Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chad with CD Shaving. Thank you very much for joining me for today's head shave. Now, I know not everybody likes listening to this, but I kind of forgot to set up my sink with water, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. That's right. We're doing a head shave today, and today I'm pretty excited because I get to use a shaving soap that I don't have. Obviously, this video is a sample and a shave, and it is Murphy & McNeil's Mandate of Heaven. Mandate of Heaven or in Heaven? Mandate of Heaven. Now, the way that the title behind this is, the reason behind that they titled it this way is because the Mandate of Heaven refers to China, ancient China, I believe, where whoever was in charge supposedly was put there by the gods, so they were at a mandate of heaven to be able to rule, and there's a whole backstory to it. It's really cool. It's really fun to read about. That's one of the reasons I like Murphy & McNeil. There's a story behind all their stuff. So if you get a chance, go on to Murphy & McNeil, their website, and check them out. They got a really great used, like a BST, kind of like a BST section of their website. It's awesome. They're always having new different things on there. So check them out, Murphy & McNeil websites, and I'll put a link in the description below to their website. So, but that's the sample of the day. We're going to pair it with something I've never used, but when I smelled this, I kind of went with it. Actually, before we get into that, let's talk about the scent notes to this. Now, if any of you are familiar with my channel, whenever I do shave a sample in a shave series, I kind of do it on the fly. I don't really keep a whole bunch of notes, or I don't memorize a whole bunch of stuff. So we've got a couple things here. Scent profile: violet, musk, ambergris, nutmeg, lotus incense, basil, ginger, mandarin, and the scent strength to them is described as light to medium. Now, ambergris. That's an interesting scent note. Ambergris is a waxy substance that comes from the intestines, or inside the intestines, to the sperm whale. Yeah, delicious. And I'm going to put that on my head. Anyway, it also smells really nice, believe it or not. So when it's mixed right, anyway. So anyway, that's the scent that's in this. Now I have this sample as well, Feramone Aftershave from Holy Caw. I picked this up at the local meetup that I attended to a couple months back. I don't know why I felt these two would go together. It just did. It just smelled. This has almost like a floral, oceanic kind of scent to it in a way. No, actually, no. You know what? I'm getting like a floral, earthy kind of scent, not an oceanic. But this is a little bit different. This does have an oceanic scent to it, or marine note, excuse me. And to me, they went well together. And it's interestingly enough, they're kind of from two different spectra, or two different classes, but it works well for me. All right, so I have the soap smashed into my bowl right here. I did not soak the soap because this soap is very soft. See how squishy that is? It's very, very soft. It's basically not, it's a soap, but it's more like a cream, actually. So that's what we're going with for that. That's the consistency of it. We went over the scent notes. Let's talk about the brush on how we're going to lather it. Dogwood. Right there, handle. Seascape is what this is called, I believe, if I remember correctly, with a synthetic knot. Synthetic knots to me are great. They are grand. Speaking of grand, let's talk about the razor. Muhle R41 Grand, which we are loading that up with a Personna Red. We're going to do that right now. Put that in there, drop it in. I love this razor. This is such a nice razor. It's really smooth and very, very aggressive. And it's funny because a lot of people don't necessarily believe that. Some people think that things like shaving your face or your head with Jaws, but I don't agree. All right, so the soap's ready. Oh, for after the shave, I did speak about the aftershave. We're also going to do the old Thayer's Witch Hazel in the JD bottle. Peach scented. So we got that. And that's the equipment for the shave. I did take a shower, went to the gym earlier, so I'm all washed, clean, hydrated, ready to go. Let's get this soap lathered. Now Murphy and McNeil, I've done a couple of their things. I've had a couple other things, and I at first I wasn't impressed right off when I first used them. But I tried them a couple more times. I think maybe they changed their formula around. This is way back when they first were tinkering around. I had gotten a hold of one of their samples, and I like it now. I like the way it works. It works well for me. So while we're lathering this up and adding a little water to it, let's talk about the holiday of the day. There's two holiday of the days that I want to address. Today's holiday of the day, first and foremost, is put chocolate on anything day. Yes, put chocolate on anything, and that's anything, and go to town. I don't really have to say much more to it than that, do I? Okay. Chocolate goes on anything, and it is the day to do it, so do it. You know, and talk to your significant other about that. Say, you know what? It's our due diligence to celebrate this day. And do it. All right. So chocolate on anything day. The other thing too is National Stupid Toy Day. All right. National Stupid Toy Day. I'd love to see comments. I know this is not really shaving related, but I'd love to see. See, I've already got the sample gone from what I put in there. There we go. That's what it's going on right there. I'm just gonna beat it. Wow. I'm thinking about the first holiday. I'm just gonna continue on with this for a minute here. So National Stupid Toy Day. I'd love to see in the comments section below what toy you either used when you were younger or you see out there today that you just feel is just the dumbest thing out there. Like, why would anybody make this? For me, and anybody who's watching this that has kids should know what I'm talking about, right? They make a dozen versions of these things, but the idea, it's a fishing game, and it's made for like 2-year-olds, and it basically comes in a container like this big, and it's got all these individual holes in them that have these, they come with these plastic fish, and you put them in the holes and you turn it on, and as the thing spins, the fish come up and open it up. I've seen a princess one where it comes up and there are jewels and the jewels open, and the idea is you got these fishing rods, the little magnetic things, and you got to drop them in there as they come up and clamp down on the fishing rod, and you pull the thing out. So you got to pull it out of the container before the jewel or the fish or whatever opens back up and it drops down. Sounds simple enough. That toy is a pain in the ass. Okay, I was playing with that with my little girl when she was 2 or 3, and she loved that thing, and I'm sitting there trying to get the fishing rod down in there and grab the thing and pull it out before it lets go. And wow, that what should have been about a 35-second game took like 5 minutes of just sitting there going like this, trying to, oh man, it'll drive you nuts. That game sucks. It's the dumbest thing. I hate it. As soon as she lost interest in it, that thing went right in the trash. I didn't even give that to anybody because I wouldn't do that to anybody. The game blows. So if you see anything like that, don't buy it. Leave it the frig alone. So just do yourself a favor and your child, for that matter, unless your child likes watching you suffer, which mine did, and would laugh at the fact that I'm sitting there going, are you kidding me? Anyway, that's my holiday of the day. All right, let's throw some water up on the head here. Towel, always have a towel nearby, and Coca-Cola. Now, our lather, the smell on this is nice. It almost it's a little florally because of the violet, but it almost goes earthy, which is interesting because I said that about this. These really do go well together. All right. Yeah, nice coverage. Nothing like a sample and a shave. I've had a couple of samples of Murphy and McNeil, and the only reason I haven't bought a full tub on them is because I have so many samples of theirs. I don't really need to right now. But I am lacking an aftershave from there, so I think I'll be making a purchase after Christmas. I got a couple things I want to get. I want to pick up something from them, some stuff from the club, but you know, we'll see what Santa brings. Yeah, this is going well. I can already feel yeah, I like this. You know, when they first started, Murphy and McNeil first started, I think they were. I don't want to say they were testing, because I didn't get one of their things when they were testing at all. But right when they first came out, I had gotten a sample, and actually it might have been one of their testers, because I got it from somebody who said this is just a sample. They're not, and I think they didn't have any samples at the time or whatever. And it wasn't marked up nice like this, and so I tried it, and I just did not care for it. So it very well could have been one of their samples of stuff when they were testing, and maybe they reached out to somebody, you know, whoever, whatever, got it, and they ended up giving it away. And like I said, I just didn't care for it. But since then, I've gotten legit samples from them. And I like it quite a bit. The smells, the scents are nice. The scent is, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it probably a 5. It's mid-strong in my opinion. I don't feel it's heavy at all. But as I do like to remind people, this is shaving soap, not colognes. So I expect their aftershave would probably be more pungent anyway. Oh yeah, that's nice. What a great lather. Well, you don't need much. I'll tell you, I had way too much in there to make a lather for the head here. Cross grain. Yeah, this is nice and smooth. The razor is gliding right over everything. Now, some of you, I understand, don't necessarily like to see the entire shave, which is why I do the profilings and I do some of the other types of videos, but there are people out there that do. So I try to mix it up every now and again. I've been doing more live shave videos as well. You'll find me on, I'm on Instagram, but I don't do my live shaves really there. But you'll find me on the Shave Market. I'm on Old Cahaba Shave Club sometimes. But Surf Single Edge Razor Fans, I do face shaves on there live all the time, or I have been. Those are kind of fun. I like interacting, especially if you can get in it at night. If you, but these are good because it's good for new people that have found the channel and, you know, have questions about shaving or whatever. But you can also look at my technique and see how it's changed over the years. I'm human. What works for me today may not necessarily work for me tomorrow. And I've had soaps that I would swear by, and then over the years either they changed their formula and I think they sucked after that, or I grew out of them and decided I didn't like something else better. Nothing against them, but I have my favorites also. Okay. Cross grain, second cross grain anyway. All right, other side. Thought I saw blood in my razor. That's never a good thing when you're doing a head shave because you know what's behind you, and tending to that's going to be a pain in the ass. Supposed to get a bunch of snow tomorrow, I guess, or some snow. It's you never know it by looking outside right now, though. It's nice. All right. Yeah, this stuff's pretty kicking. I like this stuff. The scent strength on it, as I said, is mid-strong, and I usually like a heavy scent, but whatever. The loading on this cream is ridiculous. It definitely, I mean, it doesn't, I don't want to say loading because I put it into the bowl. Lathering, excuse me, is ridiculous. It definitely lathers well. You do not need a lot. And I guess that's probably the case with most creams. But this stuff, you definitely don't need much at all. I probably could have used half of what I put in that bowl. But it's nice. Oh yeah, it goes on real well, real well. Okay, against the grain. I did a profile a while ago on Natahala from Murphy, produced by Murphy and McNeil and Joe Caton collaboration, and really nice soap as well. If you guys are looking to try something by them, it's a little on the expensive side, but if you're looking for high end, just to add to your collection, or you have the money to do it, then I would go for that one. You won't be sorry on that. It's made from bear fat though, so if you're a vegan, it's definitely not your not up your alley. Oh yeah, that's nice. It really smells familiar though, now that I'm getting into that. It kind of smells, I don't know, there's just something like a spice almost that comes out into it that's familiar to me. All right. Here we are. That's the soap right there. As you can see, holds together pretty well. And obviously I did a whole ton of passes. So, you know, by and large, this stuff should probably be ready to fall apart by now. But, nope. Yeah, this stuff smells really good. I like this stuff a lot. They have a whole bunch of different scents too, which is nice because the thing about them is they don't have. There are some places that have so many different scents to choose from that it's overwhelming. It's almost like you have to find that balance, that fine balance between having too little and having too much. It's like going into a restaurant where they've got. I've been into restaurants, man, where there's like 5 pages. And I'm looking, I'm like, this sucks. I don't know. So they have they have quite a few, but it's not like they have so many that you're overwhelmed. And the thing too is the scent profiles are not all from the same class. Like I go to some sites or some artisans and they've got, you know, the typical lavender, the typical sandalwood, and then they'll have, you know, something that, you know, different, and then they'll have like, they only have like 2 that are really, really different, and then everything else is like a play off those other 2. And I feel like saying, you know, you got to take risks, you got to branch off, you've got to try different scent profiles, and you know, if it doesn't hit, then it doesn't hit. But you got to try it. And Murphy McNeil does a good job of, I think, in my opinion, having a good choice without being overwhelmed. They've got a whole bunch of different scent profiles on the soaps from different aspect. You know, the Fugiers and the florals and the spicy and all those different scent angles. They've got something from all different ones, which is really, really cool. I like that. The only one I don't think I recall seeing, and I don't have their website memorized, is leather-based. They might have one leather-based. I wouldn't doubt it. They probably do. I just don't recall what it is. But that one just doesn't seem to jump out at me. But whatever. They've got plenty in there to keep you busy. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That is a great, great shave. We are at DOP status, Dome of Perfection. No nicks, cuts, areas of irritation, no razor bumps, smooth as glass. We are not bleeding from anywhere. Got a piece of lint on my head that just keeps rolling around. All right. Let's throw on a little bit of witch hazel, just to stringent everything up, or there we go. Let that dry in for a minute. So yeah, Murphy McNeil, definitely recommend them. Just make sure when you use the cream or the soap rather to don't use a lot. Especially if you're going to bowl lather, it's not necessary. You only need very, very little to make this stuff happen. But you know, I was trying it out. It's a sample, and it is a sample made for the you to use and abuse. So that's exactly what I did. Beyond that, if you do use this soap, or you have used this soap in the past, let me know what you think of it. And if you've tried any other of their products that you think I might like, send me a comment. Let me know, because I would be very interested in hearing your thoughts. So those of you that watch this and you want to leave a comment, you got homework. The dumbest toy. I don't want to know what you put chocolate on. And any Murphy and McNeil experiences. So, and from Murphy and McNeil, if you're watching this, nice job on that soap. That's my opinion. I like it. I like it quite a bit. And when the sample runs out, which may not be for a while, because I know if I hit that, it ain't going to be with much that I'm going to need to hit it with. So I'll probably order this one. So, but their sample containers are nice. They got a nice description on the back. They've got the insignia on the front, so it's easy to find when you do hit the website, if you want to order the full thing, you just have to look for that, and you're good there. All right, this is pretty much dry after the shave. Feramone. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Now, a little tip for you on this. You'll notice that this particular bottle is missing a stopper. Now, they're full aftershaves. My experience is they have stoppers in them, but some people, they don't. Like, I think Peter Charkalis' signature doesn't because of the way the bottle's made. If you see it like this, don't panic, especially if you're new and you're looking at like, don't try to dump it this way. That sucks. Just put your hand on top, do that, and you'll get some in there, and you just kind of, it may take you a little bit longer to put it on, but it beats getting it all. You try to dump that in there, man, it's gonna run all down your arm, and you're gonna waste a whole bunch of it. And the same thing with his signature. If you pick up his signature, I think he actually did a video on that. If you get his signature, same thing. Just take the top off, put your hand on top of the bottle, and turn it upside down a couple of times, and just load it up that way. Like I said, it may take you a few extra minutes, but or not a few extra seconds to put the stuff on, but who gives a shit? All right, so that's that. The razor is about to be cleaned. We are done with the shave. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Chad from CD Shaving. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate all your viewership and all your comments in the future and in the past. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the subscription button, but make sure you knock that bell. That way you get a notification every time you see a new video here at CD Shaving. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And feel free to contact me with any questions about wet shaving this product or any product for that matter. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys and girls in the next video.